So today is a very special day because today, well, I guess earlier today, this morning, the Black Clover movie came out on Netflix, and it came out in both sub and dub, like at the same time. So everyone's happy, at least everyone who's watching the series and up to date with it. And I gotta say, oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's basically just Black Clover hype, just fan service and hype and just. Oh, it's so beautiful. We got hints at stuff. Well, not really like manga stuff, but anime stuff. At least, so it's set during the 6-month time skip. So we got like a few hints at things that happen after the time skip when they go to invade the kingdom. So specifically, what we got to see was Hellflame from Mereoleona. I'm not going to speak more on it in case anyone hasn't seen the manga. Just know that we get good stuff. We get real good stuff. Speaking of Mereoleona, I'm about to die. Speaking of that flame goddess, because that is what she is. She's literally fire goddess incarnate. She puts so many other people to shame. I'm not going to say everyone. There you are. Yeah, but Flame Goddess fought an Empress. That is what I'm going to refer to her as. Because her name is Princia Funny Bunny. Yes, it sounds weird. Goddamn, will she make you say it nice, though? You try to make fun of her, she will kill you. And make you thank her for it. God, she's just... She's like... the perfect mix, I find, of both the cold character and the hyper one. So, think of Mereoleona. You typically think of her as very, very loud, very abrasive, very aggressive, very battle-focused. She's essentially the opposite of, like, an ice queen, if you will. Ow. I shouldn't have played with the dragon. Yeah, she's essentially the opposite of an ice queen who typically is very quiet and tends to keep her emotions in check. Mereoleona is not that. She does whatever she feels like, dresses however she feels like, and makes it everyone else's problem. She does not care. And the new lady that was introduced in the movie, Princia Funny Bunny, is basically an ice queen as well as a Mereoleona. Like, she's not a copy or anything, but goddamn, does she have all of the perks that Mereoleona has. Like, no joke. She's... in one movie, she's jumped from... I guess nowhere, because I haven't seen her before, to, like, the top 3 women in anime for me. Like, no joke. Because yes, Mereoleona isn't in that top 3, and I just said she reminds me a lot of Mereoleona. But there's something that Princia has that Mereoleona doesn't. And that is her shift. When she goes from unfeeling and cold and impartial to I'm loving this fight, it is insane. It is such a beautiful sight, seeing her just switch like that. Seeing her light up with excitement is just... it brings about a sense of joy. It's not really the same for Mereoleona because I do love her a lot. She's awesome. But she is always that hyper. She is always that aggressive. If you can fight her, you're going to fight her. She'll make sure of that. Oh, but it was all so beautiful. Oh, not just Princess either. Well, Princia, not Princess. Princia. But Noelle as well. She's really tried to cement her place as my number one, and she's doing a good goddamn job. Noelle does... Do I want to spoil the movie a bit? I will not. I will refrain. Just know that she... The amount of work her voice actor puts in this role, the amount of work she puts in this movie, is insane, especially in the last half, in the last part of it. She puts in so much. I'm so proud. I'm so happy I watched dub because it's so good. Now, granted, I'm sure the sub is also good. I'm not trying to disparage the sub or anything. I'm not like people who do that. You can watch it in whatever freaking language you want. But I just can't help but adore the amount of emotion that, and freaking just feeling she puts into that role, into that performance. It's not just her as well, but the whole cast just does so well. I have a weird complaint that I don't usually have, just because we typically get the perfect amount of him. But I wish there was more Yuno. Like, I love Yuno. I wish there was more of him. We get a very good amount, don't get me wrong. But I just kind of wish there was more. It's not really a complaint I usually have, since typically Yuno is very well used. There's never too much of him. There's never too little of him. Granted, I imagine some would argue there's too little of him. And I can understand that, definitely. But he has his moments. There are like certain bits in certain arcs where it focuses mainly on Asta, but Asta is the main character. But you're never in a big arc without Yuno around. There to help Asta and push him forward, and also to basically be his second half. They're like two halves of a whole, and I love it. It's what rivals should be. Able to push one another forward. And then when they combine their power, they should be double their power. If not more. It's what they are. When those two join together, they are so much more powerful. But when they're individual, they know they're strong, and they can work their own strengths. It's wonderful. They synergize so well together. So, from what I know as well, the movie is not manga canon, but it is anime canon. I think that's probably best, honestly. There's no, like, big revelations or anything in the story. Crap. A bit of a hint for you. You should really run up to him immediately after leaving. I made a mistake by stopping where I did. Should be right here. Yep. Crap. Perfect. Never know for how long I can be there. If you can't tell by all the messages, this is basically a cheat spot. You can basically stand here and not get hit by any of Medea's attacks. It's really funny, actually. Crap. Don't block off my cheat spot, Medea. It's cheating. I know the irony. Crap. I know that's mean. So, there's something I never really appreciated about Medea before, but his scales are so detailed. You can clearly see them so well defined. They're actually kind of beautiful. Like, not the big ones. I'm not talking about the big ones. You can obviously see those. I'm talking about just his normal looking skin. Like, the back of it, you can see all the ripples from the scales. And like on his underside, like by his leg, you can see it just so well defined. I do think out of recent movies, I would put Across the Spider-Verse over Sword of the Wizard King. but it's definitely number 2 as far as recent movies. In fact, I think it's number 2 across all movies. I know Across the Spider-Verse is definitely my number 1 as far as all movies are concerned, and I think I'm very comfortable putting Sword of the Wizard King at number 2. I would have been even happier putting it at number 2 if it got even more princier. We did get a lot of her, just not nearly enough in my opinion. Nowhere near enough. God damn it, okay. I wasn't standing in the right spot, clearly. Yeah, she looks like a freaking Russian commander for the army, and it works so well. Like, she is wearing some of the most clothes I think I've ever seen on a character, and yet she is still gorgeous. She's better than Vanessa in my opinion, and Vanessa is walking around in a bra. Granted, I'm aware I have a weakness for strong redheads, but that does not detract from just how amazing her character is, because she is just so good. I also love the villain. I love everything about this movie. I love that the villain isn't just some I want to take over the world, or I want to gain all the power, or I want to do this bad thing. You can understand why he's doing what he's doing. You can understand his reasons, his motivations, and you can see his side of it because you've probably thought about it yourself while watching the anime. Like, the way Oster is going about changing the Clove Kingdom, the way he's convinced others to go about it, is to convince and change the hearts of royals and nobles, whereas the main villain sympathizes with Oster. He's like, I want to change the Clover Kingdom as well. I can see the injustice that the nobles and the royals have brought, and I want to get rid of them so that only those who have felt this injustice have a place they can, be safe. So that those chosen, those who have felt injustice, those who have felt discriminated against, can live in peace. But he's not trying to change the royals and nobles. He wants to kill them off and then leave only those who have been discriminated against and pushed down. So, like, it's a thought you've probably had whilst watching this series, like, oh, these royals are horrible, the nobles are horrible, why not just kill them off? And that's why, because Oster doesn't want his kingdom to come from sacrifices. He doesn't want his kingdom to be born and supported on the backs of bodies and blood. He wants to change people's minds. He wants to change how they feel, how they see others. He wants nobles and royals to recognize the strengths of commoners. He wants them all to live together in peace. He doesn't want to kill the royals and get rid of them. That's especially true after he joins the Black Bulls, because he meets Noelle. She's a royal, one of the strongest royals he's ever seen. One of the strongest mages in the kingdom. And yet she agrees with Oster. She supports him. She's his best friend, essentially. Besides from Yuno. She is with him the most, even above Yuno, I believe. Because, of course, they're in the same squad, so of course they're together a lot. She's always by his side, unless she's off doing something herself. Like, supporting her family, or trying to help Larapeshka. If she's not improving herself, or working on her own journey, she's with Oster. And they even acknowledge this in the movie. One of the, I'd say, henchmen, he's not really a henchman, but one of the dudes who's working with the bad guy, I'm just going to call him the bad guy because I don't want to, like, spoil anything. But one of the dudes who's working with the bad guy acknowledges Noelle and is like, despite being a royal, you are kind of hot. You can recognize the struggle those beneath you have gone through, and you can sympathize. I respect you. If people like you were in this generation, then we don't have to worry. And I love that, because it shows the growth she's gone through as a character. It shows how much she's developed and how much she's evolved throughout the series. how much she's it's essentially become like Asta. Not truly, you know what I mean. She's taken on his values a lot, which is wonderful to see. I think that's essentially what this movie is. Like I said at the start, it's fan service. It's given us everything we want. It's giving us more battles. It's given us more Noel, more Asta, more Wizard Kings. That's kind of a spoiler. It just gives us more of everything we wanted. And that's especially wonderful and kind considering the break Black Clover has been on anime-wise. It's been, what, 2 years since the anime finished? Granted, I'm happy that it finished when it did. It would have caught up to the manga very soon if it didn't. So I'm very happy they ended it instead of throwing in a bunch of freaking filler. As much as I love the Black Clover characters, I think I would have gone bored with the filler, knowing none of it mattered to the canon. Granted, I know there was a 6-month time skip where they, I think, basically just tested out whether filler would work. And I'm glad they decided it wouldn't. Because whilst I don't mind the Black Clover 6-month filler, it is definitely my least favourite part of the story. Like, I don't... The 6 months time skip is decent, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But as far as... It just feels very disjointed. It's not as fast-paced as the rest of the story, which makes sense. Because Black Clover is a very fast-paced story. Things do move very rapidly. I think about the witch forest. Basically, in the same episode that they got there, I think it was either the same episode or the next episode, both the Diamond Kingdom and the Eye of the Midnight Sun invaded. I think you only got like 2-3 episodes into the Sea Dragon's freaking, you know, the Sea Temple before Veto appeared. It's just Black Clover moves very fast, which I'm very happy about because they cover a lot of content very quickly, very efficiently. And I'm happy to see the movie kept to that because we got about halfway through the movie and I was like, God damn, is that all the talking done? Like, they got through the first initial, like, battle with the bad guys appearing. And then they, like, had to, like, essentially regroup and strategize. And that was only halfway through the movie. I was like, wait, what? Is the other half of this movie just fighting? And essentially, yes. The other half of the movie is basically just massive fights. And I love it. Okay, so you're looking at currently the best strength, well, the best peer weapons in the game. The problem is they're also strength weapons, and I have very much primarily increased my dex, so I can't really use these. I don't even think I could pick them up, honestly. Even though I did do a playthrough with them, they were awesome. I love these weapons. I forgot you throw out a projectile. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Pretty sure we got some more Dorothy in there, which was amazing. Dorothy is always a freaking good step in the right direction. She's always just so fun and so hyper and so amazing, honestly. Dorothy is just good times. She's just there for the vibes, and I love it. Kind of like the lady I was talking about, the Empress I was talking about. She's not really an Empress, but goddamn does she feel like one. Her magic is so cool. It's one of my favourites already. Granted, I can't think of ways it could be improved and changed up. But for what she used it with, for what she used it as, it was amazing. And only adds to my love of the woman already.
Foolishness. The king's decree is no trifling matter. I, Judicator Argo, shall deliver thee justice. Spear
God damn it, shut up! No one likes you. Everyone hates you. Shut up! God damn! Shut up! In case you're wondering, like you showed there, even if you kill him before he gets through his little speech, he doesn't stop talking. And you have to listen to that every time you come in here. Ah, crap. The dude has a bow, by the way. Watch out for him. I want to get rid of the freaking Painted Guardian first. Because the Painted Guardian will heal the boss. Don't try to heal. I haven't even damaged the boss yet. God damn it. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Anyway, speaking about the woman's magic. The lady's magic, I'm sorry. She's not just a woman. She is much more than that. So much more than just a lady or a woman. Like I said, Empress in my mind. Ah, crap. Another one you've spawned already? Thought I would have at least a little while once the other one was dead. Seriously? You can try to heal again. Damn it. Crap. God damn it. The hell are you doing now? This fight is so infuriating. No one likes this fight. This is Dark Souls 3's honorary freaking PvP fight. Essentially, most games seem to need a PvP. At least the Souls games seem to need a PvP fight. This is the Dark Souls one. So essentially, if you're online and there were other people playing, trying to invade you, they could be spawned in instead of the Spear of the Church dude. So instead of this dude, you could get a player coming in to try to fight you. Hence why he's basically a spirit or a phantom. Come on then. And also hence why his health is so low. Because typically a player's health would be there. And their health by this point in the game would be pretty high typically. Although it does depend, of course. Some people don't have a health as much. You want to keep fighting me? I'll keep fighting you. Don't you run away now. Don't you run away now. Was that full heal? You can full heal? As you can probably tell, I've forgotten some of this dude's moves. I didn't know you could full heal, though. Don't you dare freaking do it again. Don't even try it. That's Life Hunt Scythe, I believe. No, wait, no, that's Sister Frida's Scythe. The hell are you trying to parry me, aren't you? You're trying to parry me! God damn. You are trying to parry me, aren't you? Not happening. God damn. You are just the worst. Either way, the lady's magic. She has Legion magic. So essentially, what she does is like she spawns a little chess board thing, and then she can make essentially soldiers. Like pawns, if you will. Summoned from the sky. At one moment she talks about domination. I lost it. I lost it. Like, goddamn, I didn't know what to do. I thought my brain was gonna melt. Yeah, but her magic is so cool. And if you somehow get past all of her Legion, and you make her fight hand to hand, then she gets into it. Like before, she's just kind of playing with you. She doesn't care if you get taken out by her soldiers or not. But if you make her use her hands, she's going to start grinning from ear to ear and she's going to start enjoying herself. That's the bit that made me love her. The fact that she isn't just cold and unfeeling and well, not really shallow, but more so just an ice queen. The fact that she also has this somewhat sadistic side to her. Like Marileona does. Battle hungry, she's searching eagerly for an equal, someone she can best, someone she can stand alongside, someone who can challenge her. And we just destroyed the egg. I'm never sure what's inside that. What is that black stuff? Oh, I think it's venom. I think she's infected with a symbiote. Get away from her. Get away. You don't want her turning into a symbiote on you. She puts on a black Spider-Man suit, you're screwed. I believe in our strength, but I don't think we can take on Black Spider-Man. Or Black Suit Spider-Man. May think of Black Star. I'm glad I know it's not canon, but I'm glad that the power-ups made sense. Like, you didn't see Oster in a Union form or a Berserker form. And you didn't see, with Boreas form either. Spirit of Boreas. You did get to see, as I mentioned before, Hellflame. But that is expected because she shows off at the very start of the next arc, essentially. Well, we're already kind of in the Spade Kingdom arc, but she shows off basically essentially the moment she shows up in that arc. So it makes sense that she would have it now. Very nice. Why is everything dust? I don't know. It does not look fun. Alright. Let's do this. Let me light this bonfire first, actually. Goddamn. Alright, let's go try at least once against him. Then we'll end things there. Because I imagine after one fight we'll reach the end.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Our ducks.
I know. Okay. I will say, watching that movie has made me want a Black Clover game so bad. Like, the way the main character, well, the main bad guy just uses his powers to such an unique extent. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. And he brings up a lot of good points in the movie as well. He does bring up a lot of good points. But so does Oster. So you could very easily side either way. I do side with Oster, of course. I have a weakness for him. He's the main character. It's favoritism, naturally. But I do understand if you see the other side, Comrade's side. That's the main character, main bad guy's name. Stop eating, Gale. Come on, sound to fight.
What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul. For my lady's painting.
Don't throw buttons at people. It's not nice. Frickin' Gale. God, it's been a while since I fought you. I need both attacks to hit in order to do any real damage to this thing. Oh god, I came in here without any Estus. Well, I wanted to at least fight him fairly the first go around. Jesus. I didn't mean to handicap myself. Oh, well, goddamn, I jumped too early. I rolled too early. Yeah. Basically, like, wait over there. Goddamn. Okay, well, I will end things there. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. I'll see you all later, and goodbye. I really hope I don't lose all those souls.